Sam Sighart.
Good evening. Thank you, and that was a wonderful speech, Dr. S. For anyone who might not know me, my name is Samantha Sighart, and first and foremost, I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight for this once-in-a-lifetime celebration as we humbly mark our transition from student to registered nurse. On the topic of nurses, one of the most important things we do is teach. And in nursing school, we've learned that the best way to evaluate the effectiveness of our teaching is to ask our patients to perform what we call a teach back. Essentially, we ask our patient to teach the material back to us in their own way. So tonight, since I've been gifted with this opportunity to honor our educational journey, I thought it might be fun to reflect back on my favorite lecture of nursing school and perform a little teach back of my own. Now I know my peers and probably some of our faculty are thinking, oh no. Is Sam really about to use her valedictorian speech to lecture us on endocrinology? But don't worry, you are all safe from that for today. Instead, I want to revisit back to about 1 year ago, where I sat quietly in the front row of Dr. Georgine Barron's psychiatric nursing class, listening to her lecture straight from the heart. No textbook, no PowerPoint slide in sight. And the topic of the day was resilience. Now we all know some classic examples of resilience. The stories of those who have overcome some kind of disadvantage, but in the end, they reach their goal. Truthfully, I never really thought much of resilience. But Dr. Barron's lecture made me look at it from a little bit more of a complex perspective than that. And actually, I think a lot about resilience now. Now, what makes nursing school so difficult isn't exactly the content, and it's not even really the nonstop exams. It is that it is all-consuming. It takes so much time, so much energy, so much brain power, and a lot of caffeine to make it onto this stage tonight. And I really like to learn from real-life examples, and luckily for all of us, I just so happen to be sharing the stage with one of the most resilient groups of people that I have ever met. Like I was saying, it demands so much time and energy and resilience to make it to this stage tonight. But we are resilient, and we were pushing forward, but the world around us didn't always stop and wait up. Sometimes we were stuck in our studies and had to miss the world passing right by us, and sometimes the world stopped us in our tracks. Some of us were paused by illness, but we still stand here together tonight, and that took resilience. Some of us had to change schools in the middle of the program, stepping into an environment with unfamiliar expectations, policies, and people. Now, I was an outsider to that situation, but I remember thinking about how overwhelming that must have felt to navigate that level of uncertainty on top of nursing school. I'm not gonna lie, at times I thought it was not possible. And I've never been more proud to be wrong. Sharing in your success has been a masterclass in resilience, and I'm so glad that we're together tonight. Some of us sit up here looking out at empty chairs, chairs that we thought would be filled with loved ones whose time was cut too short to join the celebration. Continuing on took extraordinary resilience. Some of us lost a parent while in nursing school. Some of us became parents while in nursing school. And believe it or not, one of our most resilient did both. All this to say, I have seen so much resilience in this group of people that I can say with confidence to anyone who will one day depend on these future nurses that you are in the best of hands. Another aspect of Dr. Barron's lecture, one that I in particular always need to hear, is that to be resilient does not mean that you do it alone. So to our friends and family in the audience tonight, thank you. Your sacrifice is not lost on us. The late nights of studying, missing out on important events, mountains and mountains of piles of flashcards on the dining room table, sorry Vanessa, it's over. And as we excitedly welcome our new role as nurses, we also look forward to rededicating ourselves to our roles as parents, as spouses, and as friends. And to my friends and family, thank you for never giving up on me and for standing beside me through every version of myself. I'll let the rest of you in on a little secret. I did not make it easy for them. But thankfully, I turned out to be pretty resilient too. And to our incredible nursing faculty here at Ambria, thank you. Each of you played an irreplaceable role in molding the